classic production. Always rolling that audio.
Well,
Yeah, it was
check that that's actually
It's going.
it was a near thing. Oh, did we were
That's why we had to do cold opens twice last week.
Oh shit.
Sorry about that.
Ready.
Got it?
You would think with a crew of this size.
Yeah, man. I
That
think we have our
everyone-
act together.
5 minutes done.
Yeah.
USA. Hey, will you do well, are we roughly the same height?
Yes.
Okay.
Close enough.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
And
What about now?
I've passed the event horizon of my beard. Like the gravitational.
It's looking good.
The gravitational pull is on the other side of like, go ahead and actually grow a beard. I've never. This is the longest and beardiest I've ever been.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah. Oh, right on.
It does.
Dude, high five.
Yeah.
High five for Cool Beer Club.
Woo! Did I tell you the other day what?
That we got dropped by Dollar Shave Club.
Did we
They're like-
really?
Yeah, they're like, your beards are too majestic. I'm sorry, we can't possibly be associated with beards like yours.
I used Dollar Shave Club and I tried to shave, but I was past the event horizon and I put the razor to it and the razor just melted. It was like,
It's blasting back like a comet, just particles flying off.
no, Allison, I think I might have mentioned this to you when we were shooting last weekend, but Allison, she trims my beard every now and then. She's like, okay, it is no longer the crackling virility hedge. It is now the hobo rape thicket.
Oh, Jesus, Hobo Rape Thicket. It's my favorite Kiss tribute band.
So go to dollarshaveclub.com.
Enter promo code Hobo Rape
Hobo rape thicket. Enter promo code.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Dude, you've been riding your... Actually, let's... Dude, have you been riding your rad power bike?
No.
No?
No.
Oh my God.
I haven't had time.
Dude, yesterday, I kid you not, I took Josie and her friend Sophia over to Trudy's, about a mile away.
Yeah?
And then Penny rode her battery-powered scooter along. Ran out of batteries when we got there. Penny did not want to lug this thing all the way back because it's like a mile, right?
Yeah.
And so we tried a bunch of different experiments. We ended up with me on the rad power bike, all 3 girls on there, with the scooter in my lap with the girls holding on to each side of the scooter, and we drove back completely under power uphill. It was amazing. I just went ahead and did it full juice.
I'm picturing like one of those like things they did in like the 40s or whatever, where you've got
35 different people.
they're all stacked
hanging
up.
on.
It's like a Dr. Seuss
It
illustration.
was kind
or
of like
something.
that, man. No, we had 4 people on one rad power bike. I'm so glad I got the rad wagon. It's amazing.
That's really cool.
We got to figure out another promo to do that, I figured one would be like how much gear we could pack on to. Would that be a fun experiment to see like how much space we could pack onto the rad wagon and just see if I like it could be all empty boxes, but like a fucking gigantic, ridiculous, like a semi-truck size thing, and me pedaling, and then when I fail and it falls over, that'll be great too.
I wonder if they would be okay with that.
I mean, it's under
Like-
the 350 max.
But safety?
I mean, it's an experiment. I don't know.
We shot propane tanks last week.
Yeah, let's shoot it and then we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay. You ever been the victim of? Sorry.
Here we go.
I got Krav Maga.
Krav Maga! you, hear,
We're doing the recording.
I know.
you hear Brant go,
All right. Have you ever been the victim of intentional fraud with credit cards?
I have. I left my debit card like a moron in an ATM, and it was one of those that doesn't.
Wait, I did too. And as a matter of fact, like I think they only bought something from the grocery store at HEB.
They pulled out $200 from mine, and I caught it right after that.
Wait, hold on. How did they know your PIN? Or
No, I had already done the transaction.
You left yourself logged in?
Because it didn't require me to take the card before I could get the money. Most of them do that now.
Okay, now you realize you're making yourself like a chimpanzee. It's like,
I
it's
know.
their fault.
I
I saw
know.
money, I grabbed it and left.
No, it was stupid of me. It was incredibly stupid. But it happened.
They're like, they gave me a grape.
got distracted. It happens.
I was eating beetles. John Paul, Ringo George.
When I check my account online,
Yeah.
every time I log in, I half expect it to just all be gone.
Dude.
I have that fear.
Yeah, I agree. I have the exact same thing, which is why I compulsively check it like every freaking day.
When do you not check it? For reasons.
When I'm in the room with you, keeping an eye on you. Okay, so let's try another angle. Have you ever found a random credit card laying around?
What? What are you, a cop?
Never mind. Oh, did you ever do the thing where it's like you had an old credit card? Did you ever do the thing where you had an old dead credit card and you knew there were certain items that weren't radioing into HQ to check the validity of a credit card, so you could just run it and swipe it through? Like for example, those luggage carts at the airport. There was a good chunk where they were not calling in. There was no easy wireless way to do it, so you could just take an old dead credit card, swipe it, and be like, "That looks like a number. Have a cart."
I never did that because I'm a decent human being who upholds the social contract and doesn't steal things.
I'll be over here.
Also, I didn't know about that. I totally would have done it.
Oh, here's one. Do you know how to tell what type of credit card it is just from the first number?
Yes. 43 is Visa?
Anything 4 is Visa.
Okay.
Anything 5 is MasterCard. Anything 6 is American Express.
What's Diners Club?
Old.
What's my Buffalo Wild Wings
old.
gift card?
It's
What's my
sad.
Dave? What does Dave and Buster's start with?
All right, let's try another version of that. Okay, here we go. All right. So you know about the thing. So you know how to tell what kind of credit card it is from the first digit, right?
I know that 4 is Visa.
Yeah, and I believe 5 is MasterCard. Anything that starts with 6 is American Express.
Well, what about Diners Club?
That's old. You're an old person.
What about Dave and Buster's gift card?
That means you're lonely.
Buffalo Wild Wings gift card.
A little rapey.
What?
I was just thinking of like frat bros.
I just go for the chicken tenders.
We get a cease and desist from Buffalo Wild Wings. They're like, that was uncalled for, Monterogue.
It's all going up unedited, by the way.
That's fine. It's just bleep out.
It's like the second rape joke we've made in the last 5 minutes.
Stop. It's fine. How we doing, Brant?
It's not fine. Don't normalize it.
He's not wrong.
If we could get one more, that'd be good.
Okay, what's another angle?
I'll ask you. Have you ever found just like a credit card laying around?
Dude, okay, first of all, sorry. No.
I thought you were getting defensive. Like, dude, okay, first of all, I thought it was mine. I found it, and I must have dropped this. Sure, it said Nancy Thompson, and so I went and had a fine time.
All right, go for it again.
All right. Have you ever found a credit card just laying around somewhere?
I have not, but sorry, I'm thinking about phone sex lines. And now you needed to enter a credit card to even get your free 2 minutes. And I was thinking about how I was 17 and trying to find a valid credit card that wasn't mine or something that sounded like a valid credit card. And I would just put in numbers, hoping to get on a phone sex line. But I didn't want to talk to a person. I just wanted to hear the recorded message. It's fine. Krav Maga.
Krav Maga.
Okay. I have not, by the way, encountered a random credit card. Oh, well. Yeah, that's not a good story. I don't think I have a good story. Those goddamn birds.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, I think we got it. I'll probably use the defensive bit.
The defensive bit? Oh, got it. Okay, good. Awesome.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, how much would you guess if you were to guess how much credit card fraud happens per annum?
Geez. I mean, I know that.
Give me a dollar figure.
Okay, so number of people using credit cards
Globally.
Okay, global. Oh, geez. Let's call it $500 million, at least $1 per person. I'd say $500 million. Is that crazy?
$26 billion.
What?
In 2016, $26.1 billion in 2016, which is a 12% increase from 2015.
Wow. All right, let's do a cleaner version
Yeah.
of that. Okay.
If you were to guess, if you were to put a dollar figure on it and guess how much credit card fraud happens globally per year, what would you say?
And by credit card fraud, I assume you mean fraudulent purchases, people stealing your credit card, punching it in?
The whole thing.
I mean, I figure, there's 300 change people. 300 change people. It's fine.
Then 2% of those are reptiles. That's fact.
A lot of changelings running about.
Yes.
It's not right. Okay. So I'm just going to guess the number of credit card users at about 500 million. Wait, how many? Hold on. Okay, here, I'm gonna update my rationale. Ask me again.
Okay. If you were to guess and give a dollar figure, how much credit card fraud happens globally each year?
So it seems like we're up to 7-8 billion people on the planet. It seems like 1 to 2 billion of them have credit cards.
Reasonable guess. I don't know.
In my lifetime, I think I've only caught 1 or 2 fraudulent charges. So I want to say basically, it seems like $5 a year is a reasonable number. So 5 billion. I'll say 5 billion.
As of 2016, $26.1 billion worldwide.
Okay, now is that attempted or paid out? Did they successfully get that? Is that how much the actual losses are?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know, but it is a 12% increase from 2015.
Okay, it seemed, you know what? I bet that's the actual amount paid out because I'm sure a bunch of people have tried insane fraudulent charges of $1,000 here or there that get declined.
But you were saying something about just little microtransactions.
Yeah, okay, so here's what I've heard. And again, this is all hearsay, but think about it. There are online forums where you could buy banks of credit cards, and a lot of them, some of them are fresh and ripe, and others are old and stale, and you pretty much get what you pay for in these underground forums. The thinking is, if you get a bunch of fresh, ripe cards, the thing you don't want to do is make insane one-time transactions for $100 to $500 because in those cases, those guys are going to, they're going to spot it and it's going to get shut down really quick. If you could set up kind of a long-term bleed where you take out a little bit for a monthly subscription to some faux thing. For example, the time I noticed a fraudulent transaction was for some kind of health acai berry, I don't know, some kind of vitamin thing. Am I even saying that right? Acai?
I have no idea. Is it ACAI?
Yeah, but it's that weird C with the S on it. C's shouldn't have S's on them.
Okay, that's true.
Okay.
That's valid.
But my point is you keep them alive for a longer amount of time. Now, another version, if you buy a bank of bad credit cards, what you could do is you could actually mint your own version of the card. You actually create the magnetic strip with all the information on it that you bought. Then you go wear a fake mustache and look like a different person.
Call yourself Ryan Rushwood.
That's right. Go buy a TV at Best Buy, and then that's a good $500 payout.
Yeah, and after that, it will probably get dinged. But if you're just using it to buy coffee, maybe a meal at a restaurant or something like that, not all the time, but bit by bit, that greatly lowers the chances that you're going to get caught because people use their cards every day.
Yeah. Well, and think about it. Your cards are out. How many times do you hand your card to somebody who has it, who leaves your site, and it's in their possession? They could write down the number. They could just do the carbon transfer on there. And of course, well, actually, we're leading into that too early. Sorry.
Well, that's okay. No,
right.
I mean,
well, here, let me roll that back so we get a clean version. Think about how many times, of all the times you use your credit card, think about how often it's over the phone to somebody you're not seeing that you just have to trust that they're only entering it in that one system, or to a waiter who takes it back and then comes back with a bill. There are so many times your credit card is out of your control. You got to imagine that people are taking advantage of all that.
And there are so many different ways to get that information. A lot of people think that it's just an unsecure website or that hackers will get it. And That's one of the ways, right? Or, like you said, giving it to someone over the phone and you don't know who they are. Or, what else? Like you're at a restaurant and the waitress takes it back into the kitchen and you don't know what's going on back there. Anybody could get it until they swipe it and bring it back to you. But then there's also all of the RFID ways to steal it, where people can just walk past you. And if you have an RFID chip enabled card,
let's roll it back. A
yeah.
lot of what you just said was restating what I just said. So let's dial back. Let's do a cleaner one. You can jump right into RFID. This is how the sausage gets made, people.
It's ugly.
Okay. So think about all the different ways that it goes. Okay. What did I say right before you started talking?
How it's out of your hands.
Oh, yeah. There's so many times that your credit cards are just out of your hands.
And that's just when they have the actual card information or the card in their hand. You can also swipe it if it's an RFID enabled chip.
Okay, now I hear about this, and there's special wallets you can get that mask the RFID chip. Now, tell me if I'm remembering this correctly. RFID chip is not actually broadcasting. It is a antenna set up in such a way that when you send radio signals at it, it bounces back essentially a signature. Is that right?
Exactly, yeah. And I think that, I could be wrong, but I believe that, I don't want to say that because I'm not real sure about it. Yeah, it's as easy as someone who has a device that can detect the RFID cards and just pull the information right off of it. Because RFIDs are used everywhere, in groceries, clothes you buy at Walmart, which, why would you do that?
Hold on, let me, I'm afraid we might be meandering into...
Too much RFID?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Where do we want to go in the conversation?
Oh, we need to talk about the protections. So it's like...
yes, but where do we...
all of the ways to do it should be leading up to this.
Okay.
So maybe
so we'll
take that.
We'll yeah. Okay. So
put that afterwards.
Let's hit the RFID thing again, and then we'll see if we can organically get to a place where I talk about the protections.
Well, let's talk about the protections, and we'll
Okay.
do the protections, and then we'll talk about all the ways to get it leading up to this.
Yes.
Demonstrate that.
Exactly. Okay. But let's dial back to RFID because that's the last thing that we said
Go ahead and
that was
finish it.
locked in. Yeah. All right. So my understanding correctly, RFID. Yeah. So RFIDs, they basically they don't broadcast. You send a signal and it bounces back a particular signature.
Right. And some people have just little detectors, and they can walk by you and just swipe all the information right off of your card without ever seeing the card.
So there are people who are afraid to ever even enter information into the website. Sorry. So there are people who are afraid to even enter their credit card information on any website because they perceive it as not secure. Keep in mind that if it's on a website, it's gonna, if you see that HTTPS, that S means it's encrypted and secure, which means, by the way, when you call someone on the phone and you give them your credit card, all they're doing is entering it into the internet. So if you're grandma and you're afraid of entering your credit card into the internet, then you're dumb. I'm sorry, grandma. But here's the important part. The real reason you shouldn't have any fear is because your liability is so limited. You could, not that I would, actually give out your credit. Hold on, actually. In theory, if the whole world had your credit card number, you would have virtually no liability for anything somebody did without your permission.
Now, of course, you're going to have to check with your bank, right?
Oh yeah, no, every credit card's a little bit different, but let me make sure I'm saying the name of this law right, and then we could just hit that again. The exact name of the law is the EFTA. Got it. All right, so your liability is limited. And then you say depends on your
Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, say it again.
No matter who gets your credit card, if they do anything without your permission, your liability is limited.
Well, that's going to depend on the agreement you have with your bank, right?
Yes, every bank is going to be a little bit different, but all of them are going to be in the United States subject to the Electronic Funds Transfer Act, the EFTA, which places certain amounts of limits to your liability. For example, if you lose your card and you report it before anything is For example, if you lose your credit card or your ATM card and you report it to the bank before it gets used, your liability is 0, no matter what happens from that point forward. If you respond within 2 days, if you respond within 2 days, your liability is $50 total. If you respond within 2 days, your liability is. If you respond within 2 days, If you respond within 2 days from the moment it's lost, your liability is $50. If you respond within 2 days, your liability is limited to $50. And most I don't want to say most, I'll say many. And if you report your credit card if you report your card lost or stolen, if you report your credit card lost or stolen within 2 days of the event, you're limited to $50 of liability and many, what? So you Krav Maga?
Yes. I'm sorry. I was sitting there and my brain because you were saying that, I was hypnotized. I derailed.
I got stuck in a loop.
And then I derailed, and then I just started laughing. I was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on right now. It's just gone.
You enter like a sideways universe.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
It's like I couldn't get back, and I just thought it was so absurd that I was just like, oh shit, I have no idea what's happening right now.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right.
Krav Maga!
All right. If you report, I can't look you in the eye now.
I'm sorry. Okay.
All right, here. Okay, here you go. All right. Are we good?
I think you put me in the sunken place.
I'm gonna look.
I think that's what happened.
I'm gonna look slightly to your left. I'm not
Okay.
gonna look you in the eye. Which is gonna make it weirder for you because I'm gonna be like,
I'm not looking at you either.
I think that works, right? Does it look like we're looking at each other? Okay. All right. Here we go. If you report your card stolen within the first 2 days, your liability is limited to $50, and many banks will even waive that $50. But if you... should I pick it up from butt?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to double check my info on this last part. I don't know exactly what changes. Oh, got it. All right. If you report your card stolen within If you report your card stolen within the first 2 days, your liability is limited to only $50. If you report your card stolen in the first 48 hours. If you report your card stolen in the first 48 hours, your liability is limited to $50, and many banks will waive that $50 charge. Beyond that, you have up to 60 days to report it, at which point your liability is still limited to $500, and after 60 days, you're a little bit screwed. If you don't report that your card got stolen, and it's more than 60 days, pretty much everything on there you're on the hook for.
Your bank still might help you out, but legally, that's all they're required to do.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Hang on, real quick. Let me just make sure I called it right. It's the EFTA, the Electronic Funds Transfer Act. That's what I said. Okay, great.
There was something I was going to bring up.
Well, here, if you want to put a button on it, you said that's what they're legally entitled to do.
Okay.
Let's get you something, and then I'll ask. So, what are the different ways people collect?
Okay. So that's what they're legally required to do, but your bank may actually take care of you above and beyond that.
Dude, certainly if they want to keep you as a customer. If you've been a 20-year customer, I'm sure they'd much rather take out... All right, let's do it again.
And that's what they're legally required to do. Your bank probably wants to go above and beyond that.
Yeah, no, your bank wants to keep you as a customer, so oftentimes they'll be very, very flexible. Hey, have you ever had an overdraft charge? Sorry. Do that again, because I got something.
Okay. And that's just what they're legally required to do in the United States. And that's just what they're legally required to do in the United States. The bank probably wants to go above and beyond that.
Yeah, if you have a long-running relationship with a bank, it is astonishing what they will let you slide on. Not only will they probably write that stuff off, but have you ever had a late fee? You realize, like most credit cards, in my experience, you get one free coupon per year to just call up and say, like, sorry, this was late because reasons, can you forgive it? And they'll go, sure, whatever. Have you ever done that?
No, I haven't.
Dude,
I try not to take advantage of people and their generosity.
No, it's not. It's them taking advantage of you.
That's true. That's totally true.
All right, so now, let me ask. Okay. All right, so what are all the different ways that people could get a hold of your credit card information?
There are so many ways.
You started talking and I realized I stopped even trying. I'm like, I think if you listen, rewind it, and you'll hear me say, how can they get a hold of your credit card information? All right. All right, so what are the different ways people could get your credit or debit ATM? All right, so what are the different ways people could get your credit or debit card information?
I'm just going to think of some of them because there are so many ways, right?
I guess databases where poorly protected.
Yeah, you can hack into that. Keystroke loggers.
I don't like thinking about that. That's dark.
Yeah. Skimmers, just the little devices that you put on an ATM or a gas pump or something like that.
Now, we did a segment on this, on hacking the system, where we basically said if something looks overly bulky, and again, it could be in any part of town, any situation that you're sticking your card in a thing, if it looks like there's a facade in front of it, if it looks like there's something that conceivably could be attached over the actual thing, try to kind of bang it around, see if it detaches. It might be just a straight up skimmer, right?
And they're really convincing, and they literally take seconds to attach.
Yeah.
Like, I saw a video the other day of some guys in a store, in a convenience store. They walked up, and when the clerk had his back turned, they attached it to the point of sale device.
And the good ones will not only gather the credit card information, but they'll actually have buttons that go over the other ATM buttons. So you insert the card, it registers that. You punch in the number, it registers that. Now they have real life access to your credit card or debit card information.
Yeah, and then there's RFID scanners and NFC scanners, near field communications.
Okay, now what's the difference between RFID and NFC?
A couple of letters. So I'm not real sure how they work, but NFC is near field communications, right? And
NFC is what your Apple iPhone uses, right?
correct.
Okay.
And there is an app on the Google Play Store for Android phones where you just tap.
Let's dial that back. We could still equivocate and say well, we don't know for sure, but I do think the difference between NFC and RFID is, I believe, totally passive, whereas NFC
NFC is power.
NFC is your phone is actively talking.
That's great. Say that. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, all right. So, what's the difference between NFC and RFID?
I'm not entirely sure. RFID is radio frequency identification, if I'm not mistaken, and NFC is near field communication. So frequencies, but you know a little bit more about it, right?
Well, okay. Then that makes it weird that I'm the one asking. Let's. What's the last good phrase that we had?
That's a good question. I guess just asking what the difference is.
Okay, all right. We're listing different ways to gather the cards. Yeah. So what are the different ways? Go down the list and get up to RFID and NFC.
Okay. Well, there's databases.
Yep.
Maybe poorly protected or encrypted. Skimmers you can put on an ATM.
Right. We talked about all that. Yep.
Yep. You could get. Let's see. I've even seen people attach skimmers on point of sale devices in a convenience store while the clerk's back was turned. It takes seconds. You can get them from RFID scanners or NFC scanners, near field communications.
Do that again, but group them together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if you have a card, and if you have an RFID or NFC enabled card, people can just swipe the information from that without ever seeing the card.
Okay, if I'm remembering correctly, if I understand it, RFID is basically a passive device that has to have something bounced off of it. But NFC, that's what you use on your phone, so that's actively powered, right?
Yeah, there's even an app in the Google Play Store where you can get the card information by just tapping it to the back of your Android phone.
Wow.
Yeah. Or you can use one of these.
Okay, this is the devil, according to everyone who taught. Yeah, sorry, here, do that again.
Okay.
Say it.
Or you can use one of these.
All right, I have heard about these forevers. I cannot believe forevers.
Forevers.
Plural, multiple timelines,
Forever.
alternate dimensions. Krav Maga.
Krav Maga!
All right.
Or you can use one of these.
Okay, I have heard about these forever, but they've always seemed like an esoteric, out in the void kind of thing. This is a straight up skimmer.
Yep, $50 on Amazon.
What?
Yes.
What?
It's super easy, really simple to use. You just install the basic software that it comes with, and I'll show you how it works.
Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. What are the legitimate uses of this?
If you're, let's say you've set up a small business, or you've got, where you've got a food truck or a table at a craft fair where you're selling your t-shirts or whatever that you made. You want to have a POS system so you can accept cards. That helps with that. Or you can even,
actually, let's do this. Let's couch it. Just say, let's say you want to take credit cards at the craft fair.
Oh, sure.
You don't have Square. You don't have a PayPal reader.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of a middle ground between old school carbon copies.
Yeah.
This basically just takes the information and you trust that that credit card will work later on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was me explaining Jason the bit he's about to explain.
That was
to me.
good. You say that. You say that.
Okay, all right.
No, that's
okay,
great.
okay, well then here, let's go all the way back to
Okay.
you introducing this.
Or you can use this.
All right, this is the stuff of lore. I've heard about credit card skimmers that allegedly waiters would take your card and swipe it out and then bring it back. I have to imagine that there's a legitimate use for these, right?
Sure.
I forgot to ask where you got it from. All right, let's do it again. All
That's
right.
okay. Or you could use, oh, you know what? Let me set it up with a scenario.
Okay, all right, got it.
Okay, so imagine you are at a restaurant, a busy restaurant, and imagine you're maybe intentionally wearing a polo shirt that looks like one of the ones that all of the waitstaff wears.
Wait, so you're in this scenario, you're not even working for the restaurant?
You're just having some chips and salsa and a nice margarita, and you're wearing a shirt that looks kind of like somebody that works there, and then you see someone pay with their card, and they put it in there. You get up, you walk by their table. Can I go ahead and take care of this for you? Sure. You step around the corner, and you use this.
Wow. Wow. Okay, let's do a shorter version of
Okay.
it. Also, remember you were in list format. You were running down the list of
You
stuff.
skip the scenario and go straight to this?
Yeah, but we can maybe tie that in. Let's see if there's an organic way that it goes there.
Okay. Or you can use one of these.
See, this is the stuff of legend. I've always heard about be afraid of waiters bearing skimmers, that they can get your credit card information. Where and how much?
Amazon, $50.
Okay, if it's on Amazon, I have to believe that there's some kind of legitimate use for this. And if I'm being generous, I would say that, let's say you work at a flea market, and rather than write down credit cards or do the carbon copy like they did, maybe use one of these as a middle step between having a Square or PayPal account?
Sure, or it could be if someone is clocking in for work, they swipe their badge.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, so this has like a time stamp? How does this work? How does this work?
Okay, comes in this box, USB key, or sorry.
All right, here, let's do
How
that
does
again.
it
Let's do it again. All right. All right. So if I'm being generous, I'm going to say that there are people who don't have a Square account or a PayPal account. You're working at a flea market, and rather than write down a credit card, you just want to swipe it. You trust that it's going to be worth something later. It's not a bad card, and then this stores it.
Right, or any type of magnetized card, you can swipe it and get the information. Like if you have your employees clocking in, they just swipe the card.
All right, I got to know how this works.
It's really easy. It just comes with the software, the device, and a USB cable. I've already installed the software on your laptop.
Yeah, I don't know that any of that.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, I think everyone at home would assume
Sure.
it would come with,
Yeah.
a box
Yeah.
and software.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Okay, so
All right, how does this work?
give me your credit card.
Really? I'm gonna give you, hold on. Oh, you know what? I guess I can find out what information is on all my other magnetic cards.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Let me do my frequent Parker card.
It will alarm you.
Okay, there's my frequent Parker
Okay.
card.
We're just gonna turn it on.
Now everybody's gonna know Brian parks cars for a living. All right, what are you doing? What are you
I
doing?
just turned it on.
Okay, you turned it on.
And then I'm gonna swipe it,
How do you know if it went through?
plug it in.
Okay. All right. So. Okay, and
Okay.
it's charging, and
Now we go to upload, and it's gonna pull the information off of there. Oh, wait, hang on. Do the drop down here. Log in with the PIN.
0000. That's the pin.
That's
in
the
case you guys want.
See, that's all the information that's on there, so.
So there's not much
terribly
on there. Oh, this is amazing, though. Okay, so apparently all that's on here is my frequent Parker number, and that's it. Okay, let's try. I'm gonna try my credit card.
Okay, unplug it.
Oh, so you can't do it real time. Got it.
I don't think so.
How many of these can it store?
Oh, it's.
Oh,
get it,
turn it on. Turn it on.
Yeah, there we go.
How many of these can it store?
A lot, because you've got to You got to imagine that it's just binary information. Right?
Yeah. Okay, so now I'm gonna hit upload. I'm gonna go to
HID?
HID. Enter the PIN 0000.
And go to upload.
Upload.
Yeah.
That's my name, and that's my credit card info, and
Yeah.
that's a bunch of extra information. It's scary.
Yep, that's your credit card number. And when I used my debit card on there,
Yeah?
it had my address
What?
and everything.
Okay, I'm gonna try that with my. Oh, you know what? I wonder what's on my driver's license.
Check it out. Try to. Well, never mind.
What's that?
I was gonna say try to swipe it when it was still plugged in, but I don't know what that'll do. Doesn't matter.
All right. What do you think is gonna be on there?
Sex offender.
God damn it. Bad man.
There it is.
Dude. Straight up, there's my address. There's multiple tracks too.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
What type of driver's license you have?
Yeah, and it's got my driver's license number, it's got my full address and zip code and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Kind of terrifying, right?
Well, and it's fascinating. I wonder how many. Okay, here you want to know what AAA has on me. Oh, how about I turn it on? Okay. I guess I should try. Oh, is that it? Yeah, that's it.
that's the one right there.
Okay, so that's just my AAA number, which strangely makes me feel better. Dude, that is astonishing.
And you know what's really scary?
Yeah?
You know how on Amazon where it says customers who bought this also purchased?
Yeah?
It had that, an encoder, and a card cutter. It was the full fraud package.
Oh my God! So you get one of these, you swipe it, and then you clone it, and then you take it out to a Best Buy, theoretically, and use it?
It runs you about $340.
That's pretty easy. So, okay, so the lesson here is that you actually, so I guess the lesson here is twofold. Number one, be terrified. There's a million ways to get your credit card information, but also don't be terrified. Your liability is limited to virtually nothing. Like if you see, the moment you see a fraudulent charge, you just report it and then you're off the hook, right?
Oh, that's what you took away from it. I saw nothing but opportunity.
Okay, all right, we'll do another version of that. Okay, all
cleaner.
right, yeah. All right, so I guess the takeaways are, number one, be terrified. There's a million different ways to get your credit card information. Number two, don't be terrified, because as long as you check, I don't know, every other day, your credit card information, the moment you spot a fraudulent charge, something you don't recognize, call and you'll be off the hook pretty much.
Number three, that is nothing but opportunity.
We have to get the card maker now and then start being waiters. You want to be waiters? We should do a segment on waiting at a table.
No,
No, you didn't like it?
didn't go so well the last time.
You didn't get a good seat?
I didn't. Yeah, it was really alarming because it was like customers who bought this also bought, and I was like, oh, there's the full package. There's even the thing where you cut the plastic and everything. It was just like
Pretty
a full
great.
cloning factory.
Oh, you know what? You know what I want to do is, let me look at, here's a receipt I got. Oh no, that's only a receipt. I was gonna look like at a parking ticket and see if it had the time. Nope. Okay. How do we feel about that, Brant?
Is there like, what does the software look like?
It's this, but it really does display like my credit card information on there, which we can get, but you could blur out.
Yeah, it's also.
Wait, right card?
See, you can change the information on there, but it's not going to this. I don't think this encodes.
Okay, got
I
it.
saw that, so you can
That's
change the
so,
info.
so this is probably the same tool you use for the writing. You just get a different writer. That's right. You switch
I
COM
think
ports.
so.
Yeah,
But yeah, that whole package was like, here, there's everything there.
that's amazing.
But yeah, this was a rabbit hole, and there was so much to it.
Yeah.
So many different threads that I could explore. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, what can I get done and that'll make an effective episode by Sunday?
Yeah, no.
Because we got to do that thing today for the ad, right? For the
Which one?
the credit protection company.
Oh shit.
The whole reason we're doing this one.
Yeah, I forgot.
So yeah, let me get a close up of that, and then I'll blur it out for the unedited version and the episode.
Okay.
And then can you maybe clear that out and then read?
Yeah.
Go to HID or auto. Yeah, just whatever. Oh.
Can't connect the device.
You can't erase it unless it's plugged in.
Well, here now.
Probably didn't even
What is
save
it
it.
what is it
it's,
again?
it's mini tools right
Mini
there.
tools.
It probably didn't even save it at
Yeah,
all.
there it is. Okay.
But yeah, just because I think it'll be a little bit awkward for you guys looking at a laptop and never seeing what's on the laptop.
Agreed. Do you remember? I think we started with my. Okay, ready.
Parker card.
Yeah.
And then your credit cards.
These were at least $12, Brant.
I'll have you know.
Hey, charge it to my card.
Hand it over.
Okay. Brian.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was going to be in the shot.
All right.
So I'm gonna hold this down so it turns on. I'm gonna swipe it, and then I'm gonna plug this in. There we go, like that. COM port.
The extended version of this will be the
Ready?
Modern Rogue. The day we eliminated any possibility of a Buffalo Wild Wings sponsorship.
Let's sneak this in.
Okay.
Angle it a bit. Give me your glossy screen.
All right.
There we go. Go to HID. 0000. And upload. Oh, those are definitely my credit card and stuff.
Oh, that's
How
everything.
yeah, how do we delete the stuff?
Oh,
on-
okay. Go to erase.
Yes.
There you go.
Erase records. Okay. Here, let me see what happens if I just swipe it with this on. No.
And then try upload now.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, wow. Yeah, there it is. Right here on track 2. Okay, so now I'm going to try my driver's license.
So the second one you did was your credit card.
Oh, are you sure? Okay. Well, shit, let me erase everything then. Okay, so we'll do it again. First with this. And then with this. Wow, yeah, there it is. And then I wonder what's on my credit card or driver's license. Oops. Oh, it got it. Oh, I guess I did it. Okay, so from the top, one of these, upload. One of these, upload. One of these, upload. Wow. Yeah, there it is right there. It's got. Oh, look at that.
And then the last one was AAA. If you
Oh yeah. Let's see what AAA's got on me. Wow. Yeah, there it is.
Okay.
You got to go do that podcast, right?
Yeah, it's 3:30.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So we're good. What's the ad on this one? What's the sponsorship?
I don't know. You mentioned it to me. It was some sort of credit protection.
Oh shit! I don't think we entirely got that locked in.
Oh, okay. You called me and you were like, "Hey, so we could probably figure out like a credit card episode or something like that to tie it to." And I was like, "Okay, I'm on it."
Yeah, I think this will be it, but
But we haven't gotten the copy and stuff like that yet.
right.
Gotcha.
But let me double check on that.